you.
No, there is a hell of a lot of natural eccentricity in this band. Yeah, it's not just me.
I've got to say, especially at that side of the stage, James and Crun, the bass player, have got 90% of the eccentricity between them, actually. And you know, Andy's quite eccentric, but a bit, it's a bit sort of quieter.
Yeah.
Quietly eccentric.
Yeah.
And
I suppose Mutt is a character as well, isn't he?
and Mutter's a cheeky chap. I'd say Mutter is actually the most sane of you.
Sorry, who is the most sane?
Mutter, the flautist.
Mutter, right.
Yes.
With a name like that.
Right. Can I just check, for the record, who are the original members who are in the band now that were in it in '69? What are the names?
Me?
Right, okay. Are you known as Jim in the band, or are you
Well,
known as some other strange name that
these
I don't
days,
know
Jim Warren. I was James Warren for a long time, but these days I'm Jim, it seems. Andy Davis, who's the lead guitar player.
But is he known as Andy in the
Andy.
band? He is known as
Andy.
I'm only checking because there's like two other names,
I know.
like Mutter and Cron.
Exactly, and now we come to those two, in fact. Mutter, the flautist.
Yeah.
His real name is Michael, but
Of course.
he's been called Mutter since 1964 or something.
Does he
So, Mutter on
No,
flute
not anymore.
Yeah.
and Crun on
Yeah.
bass.
Right, and that's not
And we
his
are the
original
four
name.
originals.
It's Cron.
No, his real name is Jim Walter.
Oh, I see. So you have to have a different name if you're both called Jim. Confusing. Right then. Okay. I know you've written some classic stuff. Have you got any? I know. And how many albums is it? I've just noticed. We noticed how much. Exactly how much. Give it back. Exactly how much product you've got on your CD store. I'm impressed. How many albums is that you've currently
About
got?
9, I think, isn't it? I think it's about 9.
But is that sum total, or is that just the sum total that you've got now?
I think that's probably
No, it's
some
just-
total.
where did you get it from?
Yeah, I think
Probably,
so.
it's probably enough.
I think so.
Are you touring anywhere else apart from UK? Are you touring overseas?
I wish we were. No, just UK at the moment.
Right.
But we hope to remedy
Possibility of
that.
Canada at some point, isn't there?
Yeah, there's been talk of playing gigs in Canada, but it hasn't been confirmed yet.
But hopefully, your manager is on the case. One day.
Yeah, yeah. And we should play in Europe. Yeah.
It's great that it's happened at this time. I'm sure the album will be the soundtrack to many people's election memories. How about that?
Especially the Monster Raving Looney Party.
Sorry?
Especially
Oh,
the
right, yes,
Monster Raving
yes.
Looney Party.
No, it's all right. You join in.
Join in.
Has to have a stage, this man. Has to have a
Glen,
stage.
Never.
the keyboard player.
Hi.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Oh, that's Tears for Fears. I mean, that's Chris Hughes. He's the guy that produced that, who in fact was the guy that produced our recent album. So,
That's serendipity for you.
Played the drums with that from the end.
Chris Hughes.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
a good drummer then.
And I played the drums for Fred Wedlock on Oldest Swinger in Town. So there you go.
I won't let her forget it.
Unfortunately, he swung his last.
I know, Palm Springs at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But the thing is, there's this great shop in Palm Springs run by this fashion designer called Trina Turk, and she just has these crazy, outrageous patterns. that she does. And I went into the shop prior to coming back for the gig, and there was this jacket in there that's had this sort of paisley type pattern, but not quite. I mean, her thing was called surf paisley. It was like bright pinks and yellows and the whole thing. And I hadn't told anybody about this. I rolled up a property, opened my case, and there was this jacket. You're not wearing that? I said, yes, I am. Stuck this thing on, went on stage, and of course they've got one of these huge, great video screens at the back of the stage. And of course, every time the camera was on me, all you could see was this just like weird psychedelic stuff all over the screen. It was absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So it was, what was it? One of the aide was saying that it's a jacket that makes grown men vomit. Sort of whistles what it was, you know. I remember getting off the plane on the Friday morning at Heathrow, and, you know, all the flight attendants standing there saying, you know, thank you for flying with us, we hope we see you again. And I said, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. They were going, what? I said, yeah, I'm back to LA tomorrow. You know, total rock and roll that was.
The only other people who do that is politicians. It's alright, I'll cut. So I won't put that on there.
Notice the camera only points to me.
Glen, is that right?
Glen.
That's Glen.
It is
He
Glen.
plays
Right, I
keyboard.
remember, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. Nice chap.
And trombone.
And trombone.
Yes, he does play trombone.
But you do both at the same time.
No.
So,
Next
you mean,
question.
has it been suggested?
No.
Very quick. No, sorry. Okay, there was a couple of other things I was going to say. I noticed you've got a very entertaining yours.
Oh, this is...
Shut up for a second.
Para mí.
Very entertaining
Thank you.
logo for your current tour. Would you say any of the material is politically motivated, or is it more a question of
victory for
don't
common
encourage
sense.
them type of thing?
Victory for common sense. No, it's coincidental that we're having an election.
Challenging in that they're not like, they're more of a sort of classical type nature in wandering up the dusty bits of the violin. If you're a Celtic tune player, you tend to just stay in first position. I mean,
Well,
the
unless
tunes
you're doing the variations on.
yeah, unless you're Sean McGuire. But I'm not saying that there's not. I mean, technically, the tunes are quite difficult, but not in terms of moving around the violin. But yeah, not too bad. The thing I noticed was one of the songs, which we will do tonight, is called Syracuse the Elephant, and it's got quite a prominent violin solo.
Yes.
And I learned this solo for the audition actually, so it wasn't too frightening. But I realised fairly early on in the gigs that it's a bit of an event in the set, Syracuse the Elephant, and there's the violin solo in it, and that at that point the lights all sort of, the audience who've all been staring at someone else singing it, then all sort of go to the violin, and it's sort of like gulp. Oh my gosh, I've got to play this violin.
Righto, okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Enjoy your dinner.
Thank you.
And
Well, this-
we're going to enjoy the gig.
So will this now appear?
We had a great time. That was a great night.